Christians get stuff like this said to them all the time, especially after it's an opinion that the other individual disagrees with. For example, my opinion that we are way too lenient with handicap passes, and people who have a disability but don't truly need the passes get more of them, which prevents people who actually need a physically closer location to the store from getting it. And that, to me, is unjust. Now, before we talk about this whole judgment thing and what we are to do as Christians, I want you to imagine that this thought process applies to everything. Imagine you ask me about what went on so-and-so's island, if you know what I'm talking about, and I say, who am I to judge? That's ridiculous. As a Christian, I should definitely be using discernment to figure out what is right and what is wrong. That's not what this is talking about here. So this comes from Matthew 7. I'm going to read a little bit of the passage. Do not judge others, and you will not be judged, for you will be treated as you treat others. The standard you use in judging is the standard by which you will be judged. That's just the first couple of verses there. And as it goes later on into the chapter, we can clearly see in context that Jesus is talking about, one, judging from a place of hypocrisy, and two, if we take into consideration the Greek word used here, krinos, which I could be pronouncing that wrong, it can also mean a condemning final judgment. So for example, it would not be great, or it would be advised against, for me as a Christian, to look at the person who is abusing a handicap spot and say, they're a horrible human being, their soul is condemned because of this mistake that they've made. That's not what we're doing here. We're just saying, hey, the act of abusing a handicap spot is wrong. And we are absolutely allowed to make judgments like that.